So as I mentioned, today's going to be about the shoulders and the neck and about kind of releasing the weight of the world from our shoulders and just creating a little bit more space. And Molly's my assistant currently right now. So I want you to, Molly, can you move over here? Come over here. I know, but you got to go over here. So we're going to roll up a blanket, or you can take a, now Lily's here too. Okay. Fun with my pets. So we're going to take the top back, so the upper back, not the thoracic spine. We're going to take it on the blanket like this. So your shoulders are kind of just coming off of it. And then if you can have maybe something for your head. We don't want our head coming back like this. We kind of want to support it so our chin is drawing toward the chest. And then you can just take your arms kind of over to the side. So if you need to move the blanket around and get your arms down. And this is it. It's just a supported chest opener. And it should feel good. So if there's any pain, you might need to move the blanket in a different place. All right, and then once we get here, so just check and see how you're all doing. So you can always put a block or a pillow even, just nothing too big. You don't want it to be uncomfortable. If it's too big, it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. All right. Okay, so now that you're here, we're going to just settle in. So you can just keep your legs comfortable. Let the feet splay open. And feel the chest really opening here. You kind of draw the shoulders underneath your chest. You can close your eyes. Relax your jaw. Soften your face. Relax your fingers and relax your toes. We're just going to stay here for a little bit. So we're going to focus on our breath. Just watch the breath come in and out. Take a breath in. Fill the belly, fill the heart, chest. And then as you exhale, draw the navel in and up. Let's do that again. Big breath in and out. Just continue to watch your breath. Blow in through the nose and out through the nose. And just deepen that a little bit. So now let's take a breath into the count of 4. Let's hold it here at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. Breathe it in. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Gently release. Hold it here. And one more time. Inhale. Hold it. Release. Draw the navel in and up. Hold it here. And then just let your breath flow in and out. We're still going to focus on the breath. Now we're going to maybe reach our arms overhead. Maybe take a hold of your opposite elbows. And draw the shoulders underneath the chest. This one is just really about opening and letting go. Stay here for a couple more breaths. Now, if you are holding your elbows, switch your hold, switch the grip. And then bring your arms down, roll over to one side, just move the blanket underneath your chest away, but then come back onto your back. So if you have access to a wall, you can scoot towards your wall. So I'm close to my wall. I'm going to just take my feet to my wall. If you don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. You know what? And also have your strap nearby, which I do not. All right. So wherever you are, you can keep the blanket underneath your head if that feels good. All right, now we're going to go to the morning series. We're going to add a couple things we don't usually do. So we're going to start with a full body stretch, which we're all used to. So we're going to just take our arms overhead. Take your feet to the edge of your mat or to your wall if you're at your wall. And we're going to inhale, hook your thumbs together. And as you exhale, press through your heels, reach your fingertips to the top of your mat. Take your belly in and up. Inhale, switch your grip. Exhale, press through your heels, reach to your fingertips. Inhale, switch your grip. Exhale, press and reach. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, switch the grip of the thumbs. And then exhale, press through your heels, strong legs, reach, really opening the sides of the body. And then release. So if you're at the wall, we're going to scoot away just a little bit. But we're going to bring our feet together and now flex your toes towards your shins. And you can reach your arms overhead. We're going to point and flex. We're going to point our toes toward the edge of our mat and then flex the toes back toward our shins. And we're going to really add some movement. So if it feels better to have your hands by your hips, that's fine. Really, whatever feels good. I kind of like my hands better here. So we're going to point and flex on our exhalation. So let's take a big breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to point and flex. So you're really kind of pumping your body. The whole body should be moving on your exhalation. And then inhale and release. Exhale, point and flex. So we're just kind of moving the whole body, massaging the whole back of the body. Inhale, release. Exhale, point and flex. Pump your toes, pump your feet. Inhale and release. So let's do that one more time. Exhale, pump the feet. The whole body is moving. And then inhale and just release. Okay. So now flex your toes, and you can have your hands just by your side. Flex your toes again. Bring your feet together. And imagine that there's a rubber band around the two big toes. So we're going to take a breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to make circles on the ceiling with our toes going to the right. So circle on your exhale, circle, 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 circle. Inhale and stop. Exhale, now we're going to go to the left. Circle, big circles on the ceiling with your toes. Inhale and stop. Exhale again to the right. Big circles. Inhale, release. Exhale to the left. Inhale, stop. One time on each side. Inhale to the right. Exhale, stop. And inhale and exhale to the left. And then stop. All right. So we've maybe done this one a couple times, so you may want to watch me first. I know we haven't done it since we've been doing the Zoom classes. So those of you who've been with me in live classes, I think we've done it, but not very often. So we're going to take this is like a straight leg stretch. So we're going to pick up our right foot, And we're going to kind of wedge the Achilles tendon right between the left big toe and second toe. All right. Now we're going to take the right arm out to the right, and then the left hand's going to come onto our right shoulder. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to twist over to the left. It doesn't matter how far you come over. And you're going to just kind of take your left hand and kind of drag that right shoulder over to the left. And then we're going to inhale and come up and release. All right, we're set up for the other side. So now we're going to take the left Achilles in between the right big toe and second toe. The left arm is going to come out to the left, right hand on your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Inhale and come up. All right, we're going to do that 2 more times on each side. So I'm going to pick up the right heel, dig it in there. Inhale. Exhale, left hand on the right shoulder, twist. Inhale, come up. Switch sides. Right hand on your left shoulder. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale and come up. Exhale, right heel in the left toes. Twist over to the left. Really stretch through that right shoulder. And then come up. And one more time, left heel digs into the right toes. Exhale, over to the right. And then come on back up. And just stay here for a breath. All right, so you'll recognize the rest of this. I usually don't add those first 3 of the morning series. So we're going to come back to the wall if you've got your wall. And we're going to hug our right knee up. Take the left hand onto your right knee and the right arm out. We're going to come into a twist, twisting over to the right. Inhale, press through your left heel. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and twist. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, nice and long, and exhale, twist. And then bring your knee up and let your foot glide to the wall or the mat. And then we're going to bring the left knee up. Hug it up, right hand on your knee. Inhale, lengthen, and as we exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Inhale, the right leg is nice and strong, whether it's at the wall or not. And then we exhale, try to get your knee over to the floor if possible. Don't worry so much about the left shoulder. Right now, and try to get the knee as far as we can get it, and then bring it up. And release. And we're going to go with our breath. So inhale the right knee up. Exhale and twist. Inhale, come up. And release the foot to the wall. Left knee comes up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale and release. Right knee comes up on your inhale. Exhale, big twist. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, release. Left knee up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, knee up. And exhale, release your foot to the wall or your mat. And just stay here for a breath. All right, now we're going to take the right knee back up. You can clasp around the knee or the shin. Extend your left leg. Press through that left heel. Take your forehead to your knee. Hug it in. One more breath. Press nice and long through that left heel. And then release that foot to your mat. Exhale, left knee's going to come up. We press to the right heel. Hug it in. Forehead to your knee. And release. And we're going to go with our breath again. Exhale, right knee up. Inhale, release. Exhale, left knee up. Inhale and release. Exhale, right knee up. Inhale, release. And exhale, hug it in. Press it at right heel. And release. All right, now we're going to do both knees. So we're going to hug both knees in. And we're gonna take our forehead to our knees, hugging everything in. And as you exhale, reach your arms overhead, and you can either just keep your knees bent and place your feet down, or you can take them long. All right, so whatever works for you. If you have back pain today, just don't take the legs straight. So let's do that together. Exhale everything in. Inhale, release. Knees bent or straight. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale. Exhale, hug everything in. Inhale, float your feet or place your feet down. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, hug everything in. Inhale, release. And then just hug your knees back up and stay here. All right, now hug them in, and you can hold on to your opposite elbows or just hold on to your opposite wrists. However that's going to feel good for you, just where you have a good grasp here. It might feel good just to hold on to your shins. All right, so now we're going to roll over to the right as far as we can go without falling. So the idea is not to fall. We're going to rock from side to side without falling over. So just go from one side to the other. Giving yourself a nice massage on your back. And let's just do that a couple more times. Go at your own pace. Try not to fall. So if you can get over. And then come on back to center. Place your feet down and find your strap. All right, so now if you're at the wall, you can take your left foot to the wall or just take your left leg long. And then we're going to take our strap around our right heel, the top of the right heel. So you can have your loop if you want it. We are going to use the loop a lot today, but we're going to do a couple variations of this to Padagustasana this morning, and we won't need the loop for the second variation. So right now, we're just taking that right heel over the right hip, or somewhere around there where our leg is straight. We lock the shoulders down. Take the right thigh bone away from our chin. And then press your left heel away. So you're pressing through your left heel, the left toes are pointing straight up. Now pull down on the strap and open your chest. Lift your chest. Press down and push up. And then release. And we'll switch sides. Now we're going to take it around the left heel. Right leg goes nice and long. You're pressing through your right heel. All right, the left heel is high over your hip or somewhere around there. You want your legs straight. And then we pull the shoulders down. So we're opening up the chest. Flex the toes. Both feet are flexed. Press through the heel into your strap and pull the strap into your heel as the left thigh bone draws away from your chin and the belly draws in and up. And then release and switch. All right, so this time if you are using the loop, don't use your loop. So you can make it smaller. And let me demonstrate first, because we really haven't done this before. So it's just like before, the heel is up over the hip. But this time we're going to take the elbows down on the floor. So the triceps are down into the floor, kind of right by your ribs, hugging the elbows into your ribs. And then we're just pushing the triceps, the arms into the floor, and we're opening up the chest. So you're going to feel that as you push your hands, your arms into the floor. Flex through the right toes. Open the chest. Opening the chest, really feeling the shoulders drawing in toward each other. So different variation of this. Right shoulder, left shoulder pulling down, the right thigh bone presses away from your chin. And then we'll switch sides. So right leg goes long. The strap goes over the left heel. We take a hold of our strap, bring the elbows, the triceps down onto our mat. And then we pull the strap down. So you feel the chest lift Flex through the left toes, press through your right heel. Feel the chest lift. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Drawing the low belly in and up. And release. Let's do that one more time on each side. So around the left heel, the left leg goes, the right heel, sorry, right heel. Left leg goes straight. Bend the elbows. Bring the triceps onto your mat. We're pulling down. Pull the strap down. Lift the chest. Press through that left leg. And then switch. Right leg goes long. Left heel over your hip. Triceps pressing down into your mat, and you're opening up the chest. Flexing through both feet. And breathe. And then release. Put the strap over to the side. And then we're going to take our legs to the edge of our mat again. Heels pressing toward the edges of the mat or into your wall. Arms overhead. Hook your thumbs together. Inhale. Exhale. Full body stretch. Inhale. Switch thumbs. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And then bring your hands down to your side. Take a breath here. Bend your knees. We're going to roll over to one side. And then come up. And have a seat. So you can sit on a blanket or a block. And then find your strap. Okay, so we're going to take the strap. We do this all the time. A lot of the stuff we do regularly. They're just kind of different series, different sequences. Okay, so we're going to take the strap over the right wrist and then take a hold of the strap. Reach the arm up. For Gomukhasana arms. So we know how to do this. We're going to take a hold of the elbow. Just help open up a little bit more. And then we're going to take the left arm out and bring the thumb down and around. So you can use a towel. If you don't have a strap, a towel will work here. A sock will even work. Anything will work that you can hold on to. Yeah. No, what we really want to focus on is taking the shoulders down away from your ears. And surrendering. Breathing into the upper back. Don't overarch the spine here. So here we're not really lifting the chest. We're taking the belly in and up. And then let's switch sides. So bring it around. We're going to switch the strap over to the left. Bring the arm up, bend at the elbow. Right arm comes out. We're going to reach around and find our strap. So don't worry so much about how high that right hand reaches up. This is really about opening up. So take the shoulders down and away. And then we're pulling up with the top and pulling down with the bottom. Low belly draws in and up. Try to not hunch up. If you feel like you're hunching up your shoulders, see if you can open the chest a little bit without overarching the back. And then let's release that and put the strap over to one side. All right, so we're going to sit up tall here. We're going to take our arms out. And really stretch through the arms. Breathing into the upper back again. And we're going to take the right elbow under the left and bring either your palms together. Maybe you can take the backs of your hands, or you can always hold on to your shoulders. Just kind of go where you can go here. We're going to squeezing the elbows in toward each other. And then feel the weight of the world releasing from our shoulders. letting go of control, surrendering here. Drawing those elbows in and then lifting up and pressing away. You should feel this across the back. And we'll release. Take a shoulder shrug. And then we'll take the arms out again. Reach nice and long, really extending. And then we'll take the left elbow under the right this time. Palms together. You can just bring the backs of your hands, maybe hands on your shoulders. Squeeze the elbows in toward each other as you press up and away. And breathe. Low belly draws in and up. And then unwind and release. And just take a breath here. Then we're going to twist over to the right. Left hand on your right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. So your right hand is kind of close to your tailbone. It's helping you keep your spine nice and long. And then as you exhale, you can twist. And then we'll switch to the other side. The right hand will come on your left knee, left hand right up near your tailbone. We're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Feel the spine grow long. Help it long. You're on your fingertips of the left hand. Feel that spine grow nice and long, and then exhale, twist. And then we're just going to flow through that. So inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale to the right, to the left, exhale, twist. Inhale to the right, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Let's do that one more time on each side. And twist, and inhale, and twist. And come on back. And then make your way onto your hands and knees. We're going to start with a child's pose. So take your knees wide, toes together, and then sit back on your heels. And we're going to take our hands out in front, but we're going to be on our fingertips. Forehead can come on your mat. So if your forehead doesn't reach your mat, you can put your blanket underneath your forehead or a block or something that will help make that connection. Then we're going to press into our fingertips as we take the tailbone toward our heels. So feel this nice stretch through the spine. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the left. But this time we're going to take our, instead of taking the left hand on the right, we're going to take the right hand on the left. Kind of anchor that hand down. So actually, yeah, take your left hand on your right. Left hand on your right. And then walk your hands back to center. Now we'll go over to the right. And then we'll take our right hand on our left. Right hand on the left. And that nice twist, nice stretch through the side body. And then come on back to center. You're back on your fingertips. Get that nice big stretch. And then slide your hands so they come underneath your shoulders. So you're coming out of the hands and knees. Bring your knees in underneath your hips. Coming onto all fours. Let's take a cat-cow here. Take your tailbone towards your knees. Push the floor away. Look up at your belly button. Now take your tailbone toward the ceiling. Broaden across your collarbones. Your belly is going to gently drop toward the mat. And then let's exhale back to cat. Inhale the cow. One more time. Exhale the cat. Now come back to cow. Keep the tailbone turned up, turn the toes under, and we're gonna lift our knees off the mat, coming into a down dog with our bent knees. Taking the tailbone high. So we're keeping the chest close to the thighs right now. Engage your triceps, spread your fingers wide. And just stay here, really lengthen through the arms. Try to get the tailbone, then maybe you can straighten your legs. And then you can press one heel down and then the next. And just kind of pedal your feet a couple times. And now look at your hands. Walk your feet to your hands. Come into a forward bend. Well, let's hang here for a few breaths. Since we are releasing the weight of the world, this is a really great pose to do that as well. Just let your arms dangle or you hold on to your opposite elbows. Just let the crown of your head fall heavy. Keep your knees soft, especially if you have back pain. Keep your knees bent. And let's take a big breath in. And then a big loud breath out. Feel the weight. If it feels good, sometimes for me it feels good to just let my arms dangle. I really feel like I'm letting go. So whatever, let's do that again. Breath in. And then a big loud exhale, sigh. And one more time, breath in. And loud breath. Just feel all that stuff we're holding on to, releasing. And just take your hands onto your hips and we're gonna come up to standing. And come into Tadasana. Stay in Tadasana for a breath. Feet are hip distance. Shoulders back and down, keep the chest lifted. And then find your strap. All right, so we usually do this seated, but we're gonna do it standing today. So we're gonna do our shoulder rotation with the strap. So make sure the strap's long enough that you can open your shoulders on the rotation. All right, so we're gonna start with our arms just out in front, then we're just gonna reach up and back. And up and over, and just go at your own pace here. Feet are hip distance. You can speed it up a little bit if you want. If you want, you can do the figure 8. It always feels nice. Taking the right hand behind and the left hand in front. And then the left hand behind and the right hand in front. And then just come on back to the forward and back. It's just really opening the shoulders, getting that stretch. Okay, so it looks like everybody has a strap. If anybody doesn't have a strap, can you let me know? Everyone has a strap. Okay, good. So if you don't have a strap, there is something we can do. We do this stuff all the time. But what I want to do, we're going to do the harness with the straps. If you don't have the strap, it looks like everybody does. We're just going to, you'll come into that lateral or the stretch here where we open up the trapezius, okay? And I'll demonstrate that. But if you've got the strap, which it looks like we all do, I'm going to clip my hair so you can see this. Okay, we're going to take the strap around our back like this. All right, we're going to wiggle it right up to underneath the armpits. And you want equal length on each side. Then we're going to take the strap over our shoulders. So it's kind of like, it looks like a backpack. You kind of maybe scoot it back up. And then we're going to cross it up here, right up at the C7. So the base of the cervical spine. So see how I've got it crossed right here. And then we're just going to take a hold of the straps down here. So you got to make sure you have enough length here. Okay, so if this isn't going to work for you, you can go into this, right? You can take your left arm out and stretch. Like we do those a lot. But if you've got the harness, we're going to walk our hands up and then we're going to pull it down, like we're really opening up the chest. Now take your feet so they're hip distance and engage your legs. So keep the legs strong and we're pulling. All right, we're gonna add on to this. We're gonna pull it one more time. If they start to come off your shoulders, maybe just help it along a little bit here. Okay, so now we're gonna pull on the left strap and take our left ear to our left shoulder. So we're pulling on, we'll just pull it down, take your left ear to your left shoulder. So if you're, again, if you don't have a strap or your strap's not long enough, you can just extend your right arm out, take your hand over onto your head and so you're still taking your left ear to your left shoulder. We're just doing this with the harness. One more breath. And then bring your head up carefully. All right, we'll do that on the other side. Now we're gonna pull down with the right hand. We'll take the right ear to the right shoulder. Draw that left shoulder away. Or you're here. Whatever, if you don't have a strap, there's always things we can do without the strap. But it is nice to have one, and again, I have a way of ordering them if you want me to order them. But I think I kind of need 20, I need 21 is like the break point, which I don't mind having some extras. All right, let's release, bring your head up. We're gonna do that one more time on each side. So take your left ear to your left shoulder, pull down. If the strap came down off of your neck, maybe you can fix it a little bit because you really want it pulling on the neck. And then we'll switch, come up and over to the other side, so over to the right. And then carefully come up and let's release and take the strap off and just come to Tadasana. Feet are hip distance, shoulders back and down. And just notice how that feels in the neck. You feel more open, a little bit more space, maybe just even a little taller. Okay, so now if you have access to a wall, I'm going to show you a couple things. You can also use a chair here. But let me start you at the wall if you have a wall, and then I'll show you what you're going to do with the chair. So I'm going to face this way so you can kind of see where my arms are. So my fingertips are going to be at the wall, but they're kind of lower than my shoulder. Okay, then I'll turn this way so you can see. So the fingertips are at the wall, but lower. Then I'm going to take, so let's just start with the left hand, fingertips on the wall. We're going to take our right hand onto our rib cage, and we're just going to kind of twist over to the right. So left hand's fingers in the wall, and we're twisting. So, Lily, you can stay there, but I'm going to move this around. So if you have a chair will work the same way, it's just not going to be up as high, but it's a little lower than your shoulders. You can do the same thing, you're just twisting. Or your couch or a counter. All right, so let's continue that, just a couple more breaths here. I'm going to twisting over to the right. And then we'll switch sides. So now the right hand will come on the wall. We're kind of just lower than the shoulder. The left hand comes on your rib cage, and we're going to turn the rib cage to the left. And then come back. All right, now we're going to take the arm so it's in line with our shoulder. Feet are, so we're at a right angle here. Feet are pointing out. And then you want to have the elbow slightly bent. Low belly draws in and up, and then we're just going to push and straighten the elbow. Shoulders back and down. We'll do that a couple times. Bend the elbow. Exhale, push the wall away. Bend the elbow. And then push the wall away. Really push into the wall. And then we'll switch sides. So right in line with your shoulder. You're going to bend the elbow and press the wall away, like you're pressing that wall, pushing it away from you, just like we do with our feet when our feet are at the wall. Bend and press. And do that a couple more times. Straighten your arm. All right, and then just come away from the wall. Come to Tadasana, and again, notice how that feels. All right, now let's get a block. So we're going to come to, back into Tadasana, we're going to take our feet wide. We're going to take our left foot out, right toes in. You can always have a chair or two. We're going to extend and reach the arms. Open the chest. Inhale, really reach through your arms. Now reach out, pause here, take your right hand onto your hip, and then we'll take our fingertips on your block. So see if you can do it with the fingertips. Pressing your fingertips into your block. And then lift the chest. And just like before, we're taking the rib cage. So we're taking the left rib cage toward the right rib cage. And just let your head, you can just gaze forward right now, or you can look down at your foot. Press. Rotate the chest. And then if it feels okay, you can extend your arm up. And maybe look up at your thumb. Then only if it's okay with your neck. We're pressing our fingertips in the block, reaching the other fingertips up toward the sky. Rooting down through both soles and both feet. And then we're going to come up, bring your block with you, and switch sides. So the right toes will point out, left toes in, arms extend out. Really reach and extend and lengthen here. And then we're going to reach forward, pause here, take your hand on your hip, and your right hand on your fingertips on your block. And we're going to rotate the left shoulder over the right rib cage is right, drawing toward the left. Right? Lengthen, press into your block, lift your heart. And if this feels okay, maybe you can extend your arm. Pressing into your block, reaching through your fingertips. Really rooting down through the soles of your feet. The legs are engaged. And then come all the way up. Bring your feet parallel with each other. Step your feet together. Take a breath. Okay, step your feet apart again. Turn your right toes out. Actually, let's do the left toes. Let's do the same way we started. Left toes out, right toes in. And then bend into your front knee. So we want a right angle here. We want our knee over our ankle. And we'll come into warrior two. Shoulders back and down. And then we're going to reach out, take our elbow onto our knee and our right hand onto our hip. We're using this left elbow to get that knee over the toes. And in the middle toe, we're opening up the hip and we're opening up the chest. And then we're going to take this right arm, reach it up and over, so the pinky finger turns toward the floor. And you can kind of look towards your arm. Press through your right heel as you reach through your right fingers. And then take your low belly in and up, but we still want this left knee over our middle toe. Keep the chest lifted and open. So even here, the left ribs are twisting toward the right ribs. The right shoulder is over the left. And then we'll come up. And we'll switch our feet around. So the right toes turn out, left toes turn in. Make sure you're on the same plane so the heel's intersecting your back arch. Come into warrior two. So bend your front knee, so maybe a little bit wider stance in triangle, so we can get that knee over the ankle. Warrior two, and then we're going to come into extended side angle. Right elbow on your knee, left hand on your hip. Take the right rib cage toward the left. Get that twist, get that openness in the chest. We take our right elbow and guide the knee toward the middle toe. Zip up your belly. Low belly up towards your chin. And then we'll take this left arm up and over. So the pinky finger toward the floor, thumb toward the sky. And we're going to stack that shoulder over the bottom. Press through your left heel as you reach through your left fingers. And the low belly continues to draw in and up. Chest stays lifted. We're twisting that bottom rib cage toward the top. And then come all the way up. Bring your feet parallel. We're going to go back to the other side. This time we're going to use a block. So now the left toes are going to point out. Right toes in, and then we're going to come back to warrior two. All right. So now we're going to we'll start with our right hand on our hip. We're going to come forward. This time we're going to take our hand on our block. And it's right in front of the foot. So if some of you, if you want to take it a little bit lower, you can take it lower. All right? And we're going to still take this left rib cage toward the right rib cage. So we're opening up the chest. We want to take the elbow, take your left elbow into your knee. So this left knee is right over the ankle. And we're adding that twist. Now this time we're just going to take the right arm up straight. All right, so now we're pressing into that right heel, really opening up the chest. So that as you press your left elbow into your knee, you're going to help open your chest a little bit more. And your gaze can just be straight across the room, maybe even down at your foot. And breathe here, hug it in. Open the chest. And then slowly, carefully come up, bring your block with you. We're going to switch our feet around. Place the block in front of your right toes. We're going to bend that knee. Arms extend out. Nice and long. Open the chest. And then we'll start with a hand on the hip. We're going to reach out and take our hand onto our block. And again, there's 3 heights to the block, so whatever works best for you. And then we want to hug that the right elbow into the knee. So we're pushing, just like we had the elbow opening, now we're still helping that knee track over the middle toe. So we're getting that openness that helps us rotate the chest. And then we'll just take the left arm up. So we're pressing the elbow into your chest, pressing your elbow into your leg, opening, lifting your chest. Rooting down through both feet. Really use the knee and the elbow to get the twisting action. And then carefully come all the way up, bring your feet in line with each other, and step your feet together. All right. Hold on, this one, my laptop lost the connection. Luckily that one doesn't. Okay, so now you can use 2 blocks or a chair. So we're going to face the blocks. And I'm going to have them this way for right now. So we're standing, facing our blocks, and we're taking a step back with our right leg. Hands on the hips. We're going to take the right hip forward, left hip back. Keep the chest lifted. Take the low belly up towards your chin, and then hinge forward. Come halfway and take your hands on your block. So this is as far as we're going. We do this a lot here. The block should be underneath your shoulders. Or use a chair. Chair is a little bit easier. So if you do have a chair, you can do the same thing here. We're squeezing the shoulder blades together. So we're lifting the chest. Draw the right hip back. The left hip back. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Lift the heart. Lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Gaze is forward. Breathe here. One more breath. And then step your feet together and switch sides. Okay. Same thing. You're on your fingertips maybe, or you can always take the block. If you're not getting a stretch in your hamstrings, you can take the block a little bit lower. All right. So we're drawing that right hip back, left hip forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Stay here. Lift the chest. All right. So now come on up. Take your hands on your hips, come all the way up. And then find your strap. And this is where we're going to make a loop. Okay, so if you don't have a strap that can make a loop, that's okay. You can just use your strap, and I'll show you how. So if you got the loop, we want it about shoulder, the loop should be about shoulder width. Right about there. So we're going to come back into pyramid pose. So we'll take the right leg back, left leg forward. But this time we're going to take the strap right up to about our elbows. All right? And then we're going to lift the heart and then come forward. And just let the, actually, you know what? Don't have it on your elbows. Have it on your wrists. I think that's better. Yeah. Have it on your wrists. And then come forward. There we go. And then we're going to reach back and just pull on the strap. Pull the strap like you're trying to pull it apart. Now, if you don't have a loop, just hold on to it. Yes? We're just pulling the strap apart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. The right hip comes forward, left hip back. Open the chest. One more breath. Now step your feet together, bring your arms down, and we'll switch. So the left leg comes back, right foot forward. We're going to take our strap back in. So our wrists are in the strap, or you're holding onto your strap. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, hinge forward. Reach the arms back. Open the chest. So again, the gaze is just straight ahead. So we're keeping the chest lifted. And we're using the strap to really open the chest, whether you've got the loop or not. All right. A couple more breaths. Good. And then slowly come up and step your feet together. All right, now we're going to take our feet wide. Feet are parallel to each other. Well, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have the strap either holding onto it or you can have it around your wrists. Lift the heart. Draw your navel in and up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together here. And then we're going to hinge forward, coming into Prasarita. And then just reach your arms up. Just go where you can here. Take the shoulders down away from your ears. Squeeze the shoulders. And then maybe you can reach the arms up. So again, if you don't have the loop, just hold on to the strap. Roll the arms back and reach. And then come all the way up and step your feet together. Take a breath here. You can put your strap aside, come to Tadasana. And again, notice how you feel. Notice how this feels in the shoulders, the neck. And let's take a big inhale, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, take your elbows out in line with your shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open up the chest. You can always keep the chin tucked. If it feels okay, you can look up. And then maybe even take your elbows down towards your rib cage, like you're making a W. Open up, squeeze the shoulders, lift the chest. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, come forward. Step back into downward facing dog. Stay here for a couple breaths. You can keep your knees bent. Maybe pedal your feet, keep your chest open, wiggle your hips from side to side. Then come onto your hands and knees. So shift forward and come onto your hands and knees. And just stay here for a breath. Maybe take a cat-cow, that might feel good. Now we're going to lower onto our belly. All right. So we're just take our hands underneath our armpits. You can start with your forehead on your mat. Pick up your right leg. Reach the toes back and place your toes down. Pick up your left leg. Reach it back and place it down. So when you're placing it down, make sure that your pinky toes are touching the mat. And then we're going to lift the heart, coming into cobra. Like we're pulling the mat toward our hips. Try not to dump into your back. So that's why I'm going to keep the toes touching down. So we're lifting with the chest. We're not using the low back to lift. And then lower down. Turn and look to the right. Bring your chin back to center. Touch all your toenails down. Lift your heart for cobra. Squeeze those shoulders into your ribs. Pull the heels of your hands toward your hips. Press into your toes. And turn and look. Come in, as you come down, turn and look to the left. And then let's do that one more time. Bring your chin back to center. Lift your heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Coil your spine. Touch your toenails down. Really get that chest opening. And then come all the way down. And you can press back to child's. Take a breath there. All right, come on back up onto your hands and knees and then back onto your belly. Take your hands down by your hips. So your palms are facing down. Bring your chin to the center. And then reach your toenails down onto your mat just to start. We're going to crawl the hands back toward our knees. And right now, just keep your chin down and lift your thighs. Now lift your heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press your hands into your mat and really pull the hands down towards your knees. Get that lift. Lift the heart. Squeeze the shoulders. And then come down and turn and look to the right. Take a breath. Now bring your chin back to center. Keep your hands where they are. I'm going to crawl the hands back. Lift the heart this time. Lift the thighs and lift your hands. Inhale, lift. Use the shoulders. Really lift here. Lift the legs. If that's uncomfortable, put your legs back down. And then come all the way down. Turn and look to the right. Take a breath. Now get your strap. So you can do the same thing. You can put your hands into your strap, into your loop, or just hold on to your strap. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift. If you're in your loop, pull on the loop. Pull the right to the right, the left to the left. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Or you're holding onto your strap and you're pulling. Lift the thighs. Squeeze the shoulders. Shake your head no. No tension in your neck. And then come all the way down. Turn and look to the right. Turn your toes under. Wiggle your hips from side to side. And then let's press back to child's again. Stretch that out. That should feel good on the shoulders. Just stretch it out. All right, and then let's come onto our hands and knees again. We're going to do a plank in honor of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and we're going to do some serratus anterior push-ups. So let me demonstrate first. You can do these on your knees or on your toes, but let me demonstrate on my knees first, and then I'm going to show you what we're doing. So they're kind of plank, a little bit of push-ups here. So we're going to bend the elbows, and as we bend the elbows, we kind of broaden across the shoulders, and then we push away, and we squeeze the shoulder blades together. So we bend, squeeze, and press. All right? So set up. It might be easier to start on your hands and knees, and then once you get the hang of it, you can try it on your toes. So we inhale, and the shoulder blades come toward each other. Exhale, spread wide and push. Inhale, shoulder blades toward each other. Exhale, spread wide and push. All right, let's do that. We're gonna do a few more. Inhale, exhale, push. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push away. So your body's not really moving. It's just the arms. And there's a very slight movement. Inhale, exhale. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, shoulders. And then as we exhale, we push away. 2 more. Put your knees down if you need to. And push, because we've not done these before. 1 more time. Bend and push. And then just come onto your hands and knees and press back to child's and stretch that out. All right, now have a seat. So you can sit with your knees bent, or take our hands behind us. Our fingers are pointing toward our hips. And then we're very similar to what we just did, just on the opposite. Now we're going to lean back, squeeze, and push. So bend your elbows. Squeeze the elbows together and lift your chest. All right? So lean back, bend the elbows, squeeze, and lift. Your chin is down here. Lean back, bring the elbows in, squeeze and lift. Let's do that 2 more times. Lean back, squeeze, and lift. And 1 more. Lean back, squeeze, and lift your heart. And then just come in and hug. Hug your knees. Take a breath. Take a breath here. Uh-oh. All right. Let's make our way down onto our backs. Keep your strap nearby. We're going to take the strap underneath our hips. And again, if you've got the loop, we're going to use the loop. Okay, so we're going to take your hands into your loop. So it's around the wrists. Walk your heels in towards your buttocks, towards your butt cheeks. We're going to root down through the soles of our feet and then lift. So we're pulling. Now we've got the strap here. And we've done this a million times with the straps. So if you don't have the loop, you can do it the way we always do. Holding on your strap. We're going to just crawl the shoulders underneath the chest. We're pulling the elbows, the wrists out into the strap, and then lifting the hips. So we're taking our quads toward our hips. We're taking our hips toward our belly button toward our chin. And maybe you can walk the shoulders under a little bit more. And then come down one vertebrae at a time. Bring your tailbone down last. Take a breath here. All right, we're gonna do that again. So with the strap, whether you're holding on to your strap or you've got your wrists in your strap, we're gonna lift up, lift the hips up, crawl the shoulders underneath. Maybe you need to walk your heels in a little bit more. Pull on the strap if your wrists are in your strap. Lift your hips toward the sky. Really root down through the soles of your feet. And then come down one vertebrae at a time. All right, we're going to do that one more time. So you can use your strap, or if you want, you can interlace your fingers underneath your hips. So let's root down through the soles of our feet. We're going to lift the hips, clasp your hands. If you want to, use your strap again. And then we still get those shoulders right underneath the chest. We're going to lift our hips toward the sky. Take your chest towards your chin, your hips towards your belly button. And then come all the way down. And you can hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. And then take your right knee over your left. Stack the knees right on top of each other and then hug the knees towards your chest. That's easy. Take a hold of your ankles. Pull the ankles apart. Hug the knees towards your chest. You can take your knees over to the left to deepen the stretch. Hold it here just a little bit longer. Just to release the muscle, the fascia. And we'll switch sides. So cross the left over the right, hug the knees up, hug them in. And again, if this is easy, if this feels okay, stay here, or you can always take the hands down to your ankles and pull your legs apart. And then take your knees gently over to the right. One more breaths. And then uncross. Place your feet down on your floor, on your mat. And we'll take our right ankle over our left knee. Just gently push your right thigh away or bring your leg up and clasp behind your left thigh. Use your elbow to gently press your right thigh away. Hug the left knee up. Maybe take your legs over to the left. Keep the chest lifted. And we'll switch sides. So either way, you can have your feet down and then take your left ankle on your right leg, press that left thigh away. Or you can bring the leg up, clasp around your right leg, flex your feet, draw the right knee in, and press the left thigh away. And then bring your feet down. Take your right leg over to the right foot over to the right. Let the right knee drop in towards your left foot. You guys know this one. And then maybe take your left ankle on your right thigh. Make sure your knee and shoulder are in line with each other. And let that right hip pop way up. Maybe reach your right arm overhead and hold on to your wrist with your left hand. And come on out. Switch sides. Left foot slides over. Take the knee in, right hand, right ankle on your left thigh. Left knee and left shoulder in line with each other. Hands can just stay right here on your belly, or you can reach up and overhead. And then come on out. All right. So to come into Shavasana, today, if you can do this, if you have your blanket, we're gonna roll the blanket up like this. So you wanna roll it up, we're gonna have a little neck support. So it's different than what we started. We're just gonna roll it right about here, and then you wanna have enough space for your head. Let me show you. So I'm gonna put this roll right across my neck, like right there. And then my head's on the rest of the blanket. So if you can do that with a towel or a blanket, it's just kind of nice. And then if you've got active back pain, you can bend your knees and press your knees together, or just take your legs straight. Or really any other Shavasana that's kind of calling out to you. And then once you're settled in, I'll give you a couple moments here to kind of get set up. No, you're all ready. Okay, good. All right, so once you're ready here, you kind of want your chin towards your chest. So we don't want the neck really opening up. We want you to be comfortable here. And then just start to let everything go. Relax your face, the jaw, the temples, the cheeks. Relax your shoulders. Relax your fingers and your toes. And then just let your whole body just release into the earth beneath you. And start to bring awareness back into your fingers and toes, your entire body. Deepen your breath. Reach your arms overhead. Get a big stretch. Maybe yawn. Make your way over to one side. Stay there for a couple breaths as you make your connection back into your day. Allow the earth to support you for a few more breaths there. And then with your eyes closed, come up to a comfortable seated position. Just sit here for a few more breaths. And notice how you feel. Notice how you feel since you got on your mat earlier today. The length and space that we created in the upper body. Maybe just even feeling a little more peaceful. Just a little lighter. A little happier. Take your hands to your heart center. Thank yourself, first and foremost, for getting on your mat, for doing all these amazing things for yourself, for your body, for your spirit, for your mind. Taking this time to release the weight of the world from your shoulders. I thank you so much for letting me guide you in your practice this morning. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. You can unmute yourself if you'd like.
Thank you, Karen. That was
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you, Karen.
Thanks, Karen.
You're welcome. Thanks, everybody. Good week.
Karen.
Good to see everyone. Have a good weekend.
You too. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Are you there? Was out? I was going to grab her. I wanted to ask her something. She left. I'll send her an email. So, okay, everybody. So, is everybody straps? I was thinking of ordering some straps.
How are your straps?
Well, I was going to order the 10-foot long ones. I think this one's a little short, but I was going to get the 10. It's kind of like this. And the break point is kind of, what's that?
This one must be 6 or
Yeah.
5.
As long as they're working for you. I just know that I wasn't sure if everybody had straps or not.
No, it's not long enough.
It's not long enough? Oh, okay. So these would be, I would order the longest ones, 10 feet. And if I order, the break point is like 21. I could order less, but they're about, well, it would be about $15 to pay for shipping to me and then either mailing them out to you, or we could maybe do a pick. You guys could pick up if you wanted to do that. But really, I already have an order of like 10 because there are some people in my Y class that wanted to I was going to order them because Becky's still on here. We always had a problem not having enough strap class, so I was always going to have some extras. So so you would like to, Evelyn?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I might be able to just order some and then people want them. But it's a really good strap. This is what all my teachers use. This is like the Iyengar strap. And 10, and I like to just figure I get the 10-foot long ones because especially when we do the harness, you need it a little bit longer. So I'll just get some and then I'm sure people want them. Then we can figure out if you either mail them or we can do pickup or something. I can't imagine it's going to be that much to put this in an envelope and mail them out to you. It's probably going to be a couple bucks. So, and so like I don't make any profit on this. I'm just trying to, at a break point, they're cheap. It's actually cheaper to order 21 than 20. So, so that's where that break point is.
I need to drive my car, so maybe we could do a pickup too.
Okay. All right. So I think I'll just order some because I've been wanting to do that anyway. I mean, I really needed them for classes, in-person classes, because we always had a big problem at the Y with not having enough straps. And then this way we can always do 2 as well. So, all right. Well, good to see everyone. And I like your doggy, Becky. What's his name?
Shadow.
Shadow.
Shadow, yeah. I got my son's dog here, and he's visiting from Arizona with his girlfriend and her parents, who have been hobbit hermits.
Uh,
The beach right now.
oh, nice. Well,
Yeah.
good. All right. Well, it's good to see everybody, and I will see you next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks,
Okay.
Karen.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to end the recording. I always do that. Oh, shoot.